Guess what? The more you search for the solutions to your problems on the outside, in the world around you, the more frustrated you will become. What do I mean by that? I just mean that all the answers to your problems, to your concerns, to your fears, to your doubts, to your addiction issues, to your relationship problems, your health problems, your nutritional problems, your financial problems, all of the answers that you seek are within. It's within you. And the unfortunate thing is that we all have been programmed. You've been programmed with limiting beliefs. I've been programmed with limiting beliefs. These beliefs weren't even ours. They were our parents, our family members, our teachers, our, just the adult influences in your life. When you were a little kid, people projected their beliefs, their limits upon you, and thus you have been programmed to believe the things that you were told. And on top of that, we're also programmed from the very beginning to externalize everything. And this is the biggest issue affecting what I believe men's health, is that men have such a hard time asking for help, have such a hard time even admitting that they got problems and issues. And women, you're right there too in this day and age. And it's why we're living in denial. We're grieving, right? We're grieving a part of us that we feel we've lost. We've lost our youth. We've lost our physique. We've lost relationships. We've lost ourselves. And the crazy thing is, most of us, we don't even know who the heck we are. You think you know who you are based on what? Your past. All the things you've experienced. Have you failed in life? Do you define yourself by your failures? Or do you allow yourself permission to define yourself by how you feel right here, right now? And are you willing to give yourself permission to feel abundant, hopeful, positive, healthy, sober, powerful, strong, invincible, unstoppable, wealthy, healthy, happy, loved? Or are you still focused on the past? Are you still filtering things through the failures, through the doubt, through the fear, through the shame, through the guilt, through your mistakes? Most of us, it's the latter. We definitely dwell on the negative occurrences in our life, whether they're small or big. We dwell on this stuff. Something good happens and it's just like a little quick speed bump. Something bad happens and we got to think about it every single way, upside down, inside out, left, right, in, forward, backwards. We got to think about all the different things we could have done. And again, that's the denial, that's the bargaining, that's the depression. It's like simultaneously all coming together, and thus it leaves us angry that we're not perfect, that we weren't good enough in that circumstance or that situation. We got to quit beating ourselves up so bad. Be a little more kind, be a little more understanding about yourself. And that's really the thing, is this message that I am conveying to you all. And I greatly appreciate your support, giving this a listen. It just brings me so much joy when the message shows up in your life. This is a message of life. This is a message from God. God is working through me. He's working to reach you, to let you know that you are more than your failures. You're more than you believe you are right now. And that's why we need to give ourselves permission to let go of all these beliefs. You've experienced trauma. That doesn't mean that you're flawed. I used to identify as being broken. I would tell women, I'm a broken man. I identified with my brokenness, and they didn't care. They liked my good looks and my charm and all this other shit. And it's like that brokenness manifested itself in toxic attachments, trauma bonds, codependency, enmeshment. These are all interpersonal relational issues. And do you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying these things? Codependency. Feeling like that person, you got to get all your value, all your self-worth from someone else. You don't feel like you feel worthless if you don't have someone else in your life. And it's like we cultivate these types of toxic relationships out of total scarcity, total fear, and they are trauma responses. And yet we do sacrifice ourselves, we do sabotage ourselves in those types of relationships because we feel like we need to do whatever is necessary for someone else to be happy. It's our responsibility, and I'm here to tell you it's not your responsibility on how someone else feels, good or bad. Now, if you do something that harms somebody else, take ownership of it. But again, what about how you're feeling today? How you woke up feeling? How you think about yourself? That's not... You have the power within you to choose how you're gonna feel. You know, I have this really positive frame of mind that I don't believe I ever have bad days. Now, was I always like this? Of course not. I was a miserable fuck for lots and lots and lots of years and weeks and months and all the stuff. Because of all the mistakes, because of all the guilt, because of all the shame that I had put myself through. And, you know, I wake up every single day and I check the negativity. I check all those negative thoughts, all those things that are coming up that are wanting to take over. I'm not willing to let my feelings control my life anymore. I may not feel good, but I realize now that I have absolute control over my feelings. Guess what? Guess who else has that? Guess who else has this superpower? Yes, you. You have this superpower. I know you don't want to admit it. I know it's kind of hard, or you think it's obvious, but when you're in the midst of waking up or having something bad pop up, or a reoccurring dreams, reoccurring thoughts, things that you just can't get over and through, you need to really sit there. Get it out of your head. Quit trying to figure it out here. Everybody hearing this message, you need to do one thing this week. You should do it really right now or today. You need to purchase a notebook. Doesn't got to be fancy. 5-star type notebook, right? To use as a journal, to use as something to start taking notes on your life, to processing situations. as you go through this self-discovery, and that's supplemental. If you've already downloaded the Results Kill Excuses app in your app store, like those worksheets are really helpful. I have developed each of the lessons in those 5 courses available right now, free of charge, where you have to download and print out the sheet. It's to help, the whole entire system that's there is to help develop your journaling skills so that you can just become more of a free writer. But until then, it's like we have to develop the skills, the things that we're not good at. And I'm willing to do that. And I'm gifted at teaching and instructing and guiding and seeing how do we take people from being resistant to the journaling and scripting into embracing it in a more fun, dynamic way. And that's just the start. But you need to get yourself a journal, regardless of what I'm offering. You need a journal, an everyday journal, just fucking notebook to write this shit down. That, you know, if you wake up and you're feeling negative, guess what? You need to kind of get that out. Where's this coming from? Ask these questions. The same thing that I've been kind of guiding people through about saying, ask for that divine confirmation from God to give you some clarity on a situation. It's the same when you're dealing with problems of life. When you're dealing with negative emotions, you ask yourself, where's this coming from? Why am I feeling like this? Give it a name. Give your feelings a name. It's not all just happy, sad, mad. It's not all that. There's like, are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling scared? And it's like you'll start to realize, oh wait, I'm nervous. This is nervous. I'm not angry. I'm nervous. Oh wait, this is scared. I'm not agitated. Or I mean, it could be like, you know, it's learning how to get what some people call your feeling flavors by really fine-tuning the difference between one feeling and another. Where's it showing up? And asking yourself, where's it coming from? Why do I feel this way? And then there's a lot of steps that you can take from there to just get it out. You know, I woke up feeling frustrated or feeling scared. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I got all this stuff going on. And then you can kind of say, well, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen with this situation? And then what's the likelihood, right? These are a few questions you can ask. What's the likelihood of this worst case scenario happening on a scale of 1 to 10? If it's a 10, okay. How can you get through it in an empowering, positive way? And then, you know, you're going to get those answers. What if the worst case scenario doesn't happen? What does it look like? And it's like, once you can start to like really take ownership of your life, just knowing that I truly believe, right? You got 99 problems, guess what? There's a positive solution for everyone, no matter what. And I also believe that these problems that we have in our life are really the things that propel us towards our greatness, towards becoming a better version of ourselves. Because some of us that are carrying around a lot of emotional wounds and unhealed trauma, we're so used to avoiding and hiding and being so afraid of the situations that pop up in our life, when it's like you need to be courageous, be bold, face your problems, face your issues, face your circumstances. And the way you do that is not by thinking about it all damn day, all month, all year. You got to take action. Because see, here's the thing. When you're taking action, you get into a state of flow. Try and think of a time when you were exercising or working out, when you're really engaged with that working out. Even think about a time that you're having sex. when you're having sex and it's like really good and everything's just right, it's just right, man. You just feel this really harmonious energy. Are you worried about your bills or your fucking car being broke down or who's going to pay the rent? You're not worried about any of that. You're just so immersed in the moment. And I hope that example puts a smile on your face, because you can channel that happiness, that optimism, but it comes through taking action. So many of us, we want to think ourselves into the grave. Think about it. We all seen that thinking man, right? He's just sitting there thinking. He ain't doing. If you want to succeed in anything that you're doing, you have to take action. Are you ready to start taking some action in your life and not be so overly concerned about having every check in the box and making sure everything's aligned? It's aligned right now. If you're hearing this message, you are in perfect alignment. And it's because you're a reflection of me, I'm a reflection of you. And if you're not seeing that yet, it's time to kind of open your eyes and be like, wait, this isn't a coincidence. This popping up in my feed on YouTube is not a coincidence. This message resonating with me is not a coincidence. But I'm also going to tell you, there's no quick solutions to getting through. You can say generational trauma, right? Childhood trauma, all kinds of wounds, those emotional wounds, the depths of the programming that you've experienced throughout this life. You can't just wipe it away, but you can start to shift your frame of mind. And you have to be relentless. You have to be consistent. You have to be the type of person that says, I'm in it for the long haul, for the duration of my life. It really becomes a way of life, and it is so rewarding. I promise you, it's a lot more rewarding than showing up for work and that you don't really love and getting that check that you really don't like seeing, because it's just never enough. This journey here will help you to build out your dreams, to manifest your dreams, but it doesn't come quickly. I see all the people that say, watch this video and you'll be a millionaire, in 10 minutes. That's, Can you visualize yourself being a millionaire within the next 10 minutes? Yeah, I could guide you through a visualization process that would help you to see your end result. The end potential possibility is the greatest potential of who you can be. But then you have to come back to it, to right now, be rooted in the present. And yes, you got to continue washing yourself, cleansing yourself, clearing yourself of all these old beliefs, all this old baggage. And that takes action. It takes shifting your frame of mind, seeing yourself as worthy, seeing yourself as whole and complete. Back to the beginning, you're not missing anything. Nothing is lacking right now in your life. Nothing. Nothing is missing. Do you believe this? You're not missing any love from someone else. You're not missing any money. You're not missing any things. You're not missing any opportunities, right? You're not missing anything on the outside. You have everything you need right now. And that is that piece of where, you start visualizing your success. You start visualizing your potential and the possibilities of your life. You come up with a vision. You give yourself permission to dream again. And start to then believe that you're worthy of bringing that dream into this 3D reality. That it's an incredible thing. But it's not going to happen in an instant, but it will happen if you continue to put in the work. And it starts on the inside. The work needs to be done on the inside. The actions that you're taking start on the inside. They start in your mind, start in your body. being able to self-regulate your emotional state of being, that if you're not feeling good, it's great to honor that. It's good to kind of self-soothe and say, all right, we feel sad, we feel lonely, we feel unloved, we feel unappreciated, we feel abandoned, we feel rejected. But now what? Now what? We know what that feels like, but now what? Well, now you want to feel more loved. Now you want to feel accepted. Now you want to feel like you belong. Now you want to feel like you're appreciated. Now you want to feel like you are cared for, appreciated. Well, where does that come from? Within. You have to love and appreciate and care for yourself. And that's the self-love, self-mastery process. Like, it is all about being self-made. This is a self-made process. It's self-rescue, right? But you're the one that's doing the self-destructive, self-abandonment, self-sacrificing behaviors. And you need to stop that shit. You need to stop it quick. And then you need to start doing some self-discovery. Results kill excuses in your app store. You then need to start to give yourself permission to imagine what it is that you want, what it is that's going to really make you feel good about yourself, to be confident in who you are. And there's actions that you need to take for this, because you can't just sit there and meditate all day and expect for your body to get in better health, for you to become more confident, for you to become feeling like you're whole and complete, for you to feel more worthy of success, of greatness, to even just believe in your dream. I talk to people all the time, and most people don't believe that they are worthy of the vision and the dream they have inside of them. And if you're anything like me, when I was a little kid, my own mom, as I see 222s, she used to dim my light. Because I was like a standout type kid, an athlete, standout, right? A bright star as a little boy. And she used to try and dim my light. She, not even try, she would dim my light. Not everybody's like you. You can't be doing that. Don't make other kids look bad. And so that happening over and over and over and over again, I dimmed my light. I started to hold myself back, not go all out on myself. And we need to disconnect from people that are holding us back. You need to let go. And a lot of this journey, you do need to be comfortable, confident, and secure spending some real quality time alone, looking in the mirror. When I say in, I mean inwards. Because the self-discovery is being honest with yourself, having an honest dialogue, and ain't nobody gonna be able to do it for you. Right? You trying to put all your emotional baggage and worries and all this stuff on someone else, guess what? They're dealing with their own shit. And chances are they're living in denial too. And if you start to realize that you got a lot of work, and you start to realize and believe in the law of attraction, that means that most of the people around you are in the same boat. And y'all are just kind of like feeding off each other, distracting each other. Hey, let's go do this instead of doing that. And that's really what it boils down to right now. What decisions are you going to make today to invest in you? What amount of time do you feel is worthy for you to invest in you, in the self-discovery, in writing some things down? And it doesn't have to be 24 hours a day. I know so many of you, it's like, oh my God, I need to have all my I need to have all this sports and entertainment stuff. What am I going to do without that? And life is so boring. And it's like, man, go outside. Look at this. Please tell me what's boring about being out here in nature. There ain't nothing boring about it. This is life-giving. This hits on, being out in nature for me, hits on all four of the most important parts of total health. Mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and physical health. Just being in nature alone hits on all four of those. Ask me why. Why? How does that do all four of those? Right? Because when you come out here, you're breathing in fresh air. You're getting outside of like your home and your box and that environment, and you're going into something greater. And so it expands your mind. It opens up your mind. It clears your energy. And by clearing your mind, guess what? That starts to trickle down into your mood, your emotions. You're feeling nature and you're seeing wildlife and plants and trees and, you know, just you're feeling, it's inspiring. Look at it, being on a view like this, it's inspiring. So that alone just lifts you up. And then obviously there's a spiritual connection because you're disconnecting with all the noise and the cheering and the distractions. And then guess what? You can get out here and you can get quiet. Kick off your shoes, kick off your socks, face the sun, and you can spend a little time with God. Because this is His creation, yeah? And then you're, obviously, if you drive to nature, maybe you go for a little hike, so you get some exercise. So that's the physical piece. You get some exercise. You move around. You go play, you go ride a bike, go do something that's really youthful and playful for you. Can you give yourself permission to do that? Can I give you that assignment? If you've made it this far in the video, I'm giving you homework. Can you come up with a few of the activities that you used to love doing when you were a little kid? Maybe it was roller skating. Maybe it was skateboarding. Maybe it was riding a bike. Maybe you used to love running. Maybe you used to love hiking, right? Who remembers pogo balls? Right? I used to love bouncing on the pogo ball. You know, big wheels and stuff. Maybe it was climbing up a tree, swimming. What are some of the activities you used to love to do as a kid? Will you give yourself permission to do at least one of those in the next 48 hours for like an hour? Now stop. I already know you have excuses. You have excuses. You have reasons. You have other plans. Nothing is more important than this. Nothing. If you want me to give away the game, here's the secret. When you told yourself that it's time to be an adult, me, it was probably at 12 years old. I grew up way too fast, that I had to disconnect from the little boy. And I've acted very childish, not childlike. There's a difference. One is very immature, emotionally unstable, and the other, childlike, is doing exactly what I'm asking you to do. Go outside and have some fun. Or you could do something creative, but I think the outdoor thing is fun. But if you love to paint, you love to draw, you love to sing, you love to write, you love to dance, go do those things. One of those things in the next 48 hours. And then try and look at your schedule, look at your life, and start doing this stuff more. And as you do it, I want you to connect with your inner child. For me, my inner child, y'all know me as Greg, which is the super dad. This is the healed version of myself, the highest version of myself. But my inner child is Gregory. It's little Gregory. He's so cute. I love him so much. You see that admiration? That's authentic, you guys. It's really authentic. And you need to cultivate that same authenticity with yourself to love your little inner child. It's still there. It didn't go anywhere. It hasn't died. It's not gone. And the sad thing is all the emotional abuse and trauma that you experienced when you were the little kid, it's still there. I guarantee you, unless you have undergone a major transformational process of healing and therapy and emotional, all kinds of really therapy and healing, you think that you've grown up, you think that that stuff's gone, and it's not. You've just locked it and suppressed it, and that's why you don't have inner peace. That's why you are literally at war with yourself. Because we need to be able to pause and to really connect with that part of who we are. And you need to show up with a lot of compassion. And I know that when I start really getting into this part of it, I think this is where the idea of getting a professional medical person in your life, a therapist, a counselor, but also getting someone like me that's been through the process, that knows what's going on and how to connect the divide through visualizations, through meditation, and just through talk. And that's what I'm doing here. But if you're someone that needs it on a more personal level, right, I do offer one-on-one coaching. Reach out to me to inquire. resultskillexcuses@gmail.com. I'll also tell you this, I'm going to be launching this is a big announcement. If you made it this far, this is a big announcement. I am seeking your help to build out this brand, Results Kill Excuses. I have a vision for it to be the #1 self-improvement brand in the world. And it's because I believe that what I am offering is true, authentic, transformational, and something that's gonna give people real results from the inside, real inner peace, real joy, real happiness, and real healing. And so I'm going to be launching a promotion with the holidays and Black Friday coming up. But any purchase that you make at resultskillexcuses.com in the shop, purchasing the merchandise, could be hoodies, stickers, everything from a sticker to a hat to a hoodie, any purchase will enter you into a drawing to win one of a few number of prizes, but the top prize is going to be 6 months of one-on-one coaching. I mean, this is transformational, deep dive, like take your life. You look at where you're at now and you look at where you're at in 6 months and you ain't going to be the same person. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. The second prize will be a 3-month one-on-one coaching program. So the top prize, 6 months of one-on-one coaching. Second prize is 3 months. The way you enter is by just supporting the brand, rocking the Results Kill Excuses gear, which really is something that I believe it carries the energy that you need to hold yourself accountable. It's not like I have to do this and this and this to get it. No, you start wearing this, holding yourself accountable by seeing yourself with the results. Seeing yourself with those end results now, not later, but now. And then you do the work and you hold yourself accountable. And I'm going to be here to hold yourself accountable too. Comment down below. Keep sharing the message. Keep connecting by just sharing your story. And I hope to see you join the Results Kill Excuses app. I'm actually, if you're hearing this message, I'm going to be doing a private live talk in there on today. If you're depending on when you're watching this, on Saturdays is when you're going to get that private group chat that's not going to be available on YouTube. So I highly recommend you to download the app. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. There will be some paid content coming up, some challenges. And that's a good thing, because some of us just need that jump start, that kick in our ass to get our asses going, to get us moving in the right direction. But there is over a month's worth of self-discovery work there. I am so encouraged by all of those of you that have already started working on the coursework, because you're willing to invest in yourself, and that's the greatest investment we can do. I love you guys. I hope you'll take me up on the homework to go do something you loved to do as a kid, right? Put the time out on the distractions, on the cheering, even plans. Just because you had plans, that doesn't mean you have to stick to your plans if those plans don't align with you truly becoming the best version of yourself. It is the most powerful thing for you to be able to say no with confidence and not have a fear of, oh my God, if I say no, these people aren't going to like me anymore. You might want to question that connection. But that's enough for it for now. I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I send you love. I love you. I see you. I hear you. Keep connecting. Keep leaning in. Keep going. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.